All right, boys. So this system is all about escaping unnecessary work. I see tons of people who are like, have this concept in their mind where they're going to start a GHL agency, right? And they want to go get clients and they really want that subscription money, but they think, oh, let me offer something valuable, like I'll build a website for my clients for, $500, and then I'll get them on subscription, and then I'll get that monthly recurring revenue from the subscription, and once the website's done, we'll be chill. Okay, that's just not how it works out. All right, because what's going to happen is once that website is built, your customer, your client, is now going to have questions. How do I change this image? I want to change that. I want to change this. It might not happen a whole lot, but there's going to be these customer support questions about minor things. And that $500 that they paid you to set up their website, in terms of time and effort spent on that client, it's going to whittle down over the course of the year. It's going to be like they paid you, $2 an hour for your time. Yeah, sure, you got the subscription, but you locked yourself into a ridiculous situation with the client. And even if it's like $1,500, like it seems good and it seems tempting in the beginning because you're like, fuck, if I made $1,500. But I'm telling you, dude, you accept that $1,500 on a client relationship, then you are indebted to that client in so many ways, and they're gonna lean on you in so many ways for that money. So what I'm saying is, stop being tempted by that mentality of like, oh, I can make a little bit more money if I just offer something to this client. Oh, maybe I could make $2,000 and then, okay, if you want to do that, stack $2,000 and $2,000 and $2,000, but focus on getting the subscriptions up to get you out of that situation. All right. The problem I have with that mentality is if you get the clients in, they're going to eat up all of your time, and you won't have the time to focus on escaping that situation by building up your subscriptions. So you might as well just go for the subscriptions in the first place, right? Stop like being tempted by this idea that you're going to alleviate some stress and some pain by taking on these clients. It's hard to do, trust me. I had to do that, and it's hard to do. But once you do that and you make the full shift and you commit to the concept of just making money off of subscriptions, it changes your whole perspective, and you do everything that you can to get those subscriptions and get them up to a place that you need, to be comfortable with. All right? Now, there's only one exception to this. If you can run an ad, and it's in the group somewhere in the classroom, it's called a setup funnel. If you can run an ad that says, I'll set up your Facebook ads for $197, and you can get people to pay for that setup right off the bat and then schedule a call with you. So you run ads to the sales page, they purchase the $197 setup, and then it forwards them to a calendar. They book a call with you. You jump on the call. You set up their ads within an hour call. And then you explain to them that they need BuildWithOS to manage their leads and all that stuff, and it's the best system, and you can upsell them into the software. Then that's fine, because you're completing the work in a very short amount of time and then flipping them into the software and pushing them over to that, right? That keeps you clean, that keeps you out of the client's hand. There's no like contract there. That's why it's so great. It's called the setup funnel. If you're interested in that, you can explore more about that. But if it's not Facebook ads, it's going to be something that's very simple that you can set up with somebody over the phone. That would be like my only exception. And then you have the ability to like verbally sell someone into the software over the phone. It's a great system, and probably after my trip, I'll launch some of those ads and see what happens. I've done this with multiple different other things, but anyways, The point is, don't do things that tie you in with the client. If you do that, they're gonna keep taking from you, and that's what we're here to avoid.